Hello everyone, welcome to my video. So today I wanted to just talk about our lives and how people are constantly looking to improve their lives in different ways. I have found that people generally are looking to others to make a change, make a difference, rather than thinking that they can do it themselves. And this is where change starts. You must start with yourself because once people see you making a change, they are sort of the same. They want to follow, they want to improve their lives. So it's very important to do something yourself that you feel you want to do. Don't feel that you're restricted. You can actually do what you want to do. And they say that fear and doubts are all in the mind. So I think first of all you have to mentally get your head together and realize that you can actually do anything you want to do. So today I thought I'd talk about a few ways that we can improve society. Wouldn't it be nice to be living in a society like this? We see in history, there's constant fighting that's been going on in wars, in just countries amongst themselves as well. And I think it's important to kind of think of it in a more positive way. I mean, if there's an enemy that's doing something they shouldn't be doing, shouldn't they be given the choice to surrender or fight? And if they want to fight, obviously you don't have to fight back. You can take them as prisoner, but spare their lives as much as you possibly can. And if they repent, you can send them home because it shows that they see the error of their ways and they're willing to make a change. And if they're not willing to make a change, you can put them in detention until they change their minds. Prisoners have free will, and they do remain responsible for their detention and are only released if they choose to serve peace. And they can't lie, they can't fool anyone. It has to be real. And wouldn't it be good if there was some way of measuring this, finding out if a person is actually genuinely repentant and ready for a new lease in life. I do find that people, a lot of times may do things that they, felt that they had no choice in doing. Obviously we always have a choice, but sometimes, people may feel pain, they may feel anger, and they lash out. And when pain leaves our mind, our body, um, the person can find peace and radiate a different type of energy. It gives them an inner liberation, and in this way pain can be reversed. And I think this is a process. This is sort of where counseling and other ways of managing your anger come into play. It's basically transforming your pain into peace, and this is what justice is. And a prisoner can be freed. First, this way he's in control of his life, right? So he's decided, okay, I've done this. This wasn't right. I want to change. Show that in their actions that they are willing to make a genuine change in their lives, and this way they remain in charge of their own justice. And this is how free will works, you see. Rather than relying on other people to take care of us, decide our future, it's up to us to decide how we want to live our lives. And then this way a prisoner first of all internally feels that he's freed himself, and once he's freed himself, then he can be released by other people. So in this way liberation starts from within. It's basically a form of raising a person's vibration while they're captured, and helping them reach a more peaceful state of consciousness. And no prisoner should be tortured or mistreated, but shown compassion, love, and forgiveness. Did you know that an enemy stops being an enemy when his heart truly finds peace? And, even if they're in detention, it should be a way of working towards their justice. There's such a thing as restorative justice, where a prisoner can make amends to an injured party. So these types of things are, they kind of help the prisoner demonstrate that they are willing to make a change in their lives. And prisoners obviously must be willing to participate. Yes, you can't force anyone to do anything they don't want to do, even in prison. This gives a person free will again, and the ability to make their own choice. When people feel in control of their own lives, then they feel, that they can do anything, even in that type of situation. And in this way, others are able to show them respect as well. And also they own the decision, right? They are in charge of their lives, and they decide what their future is going to be. And obviously, if somebody's a threat, they would have to stay in detention for a longer period of time, and be guarded. Obviously, we don't want people harming other people. But again, it's up to the person involved. How quickly they want to make a change, and benefit themselves first internally, do the work, and then be able to be safe to be released around others. Another point I wanted to make is that, in society, I find that sometimes people are pushed around quite a lot, yes, and they begin to believe that they're worthless and nobody loves them, they're unlovable. But this is nonsense, really. It's an illusion, yes. And just because somebody has mistreated you doesn't mean that you're a bad person, that you're useless, that you're not worthy. You are worthy. And I think a very important point is that we need to own up to ourselves, in the sense that we need to consider ourselves as equals to any other living thing. Yes. Once we do that, we'll be in a position to feel like, we can do anything. We're the same as everyone else. We have the same opportunities as anybody else. Yes. And I think self-esteem comes into this as well. So it's very important to build your self-esteem and help others build theirs. And I think, again, the work, even though people try to change others, you can't. The work has to be done by each individual on himself. He has to decide. He has to use his free will to decide that, he or she wants to make a change, and what change they want to make. And obviously, it will hopefully improve their lives and the lives of those around them. But this is how change really takes place. It's one person at a time, not looking to the other person to make the change, but making a change internally themselves. And I'm telling you, all of us have something that we can work on, that we can improve, that we can, make our lives better, but also, it helps us to interact with others in a more successful way as well. So I think if everybody did that, on an ongoing basis, we'd live in a better society, and we would feel that we have control over our lives, because we are deciding that we are going to make that change today. We're not going to wait for tomorrow. We're not going to wait for somebody to come and save us. We are the same as anybody else, and we are going to make that difference now.